Welcome to the Frequently Asked Questions segment. And for that I have our commercial manager, James Macdonald. Hi, James.
Hi, Jafet.
James is actually going to take us through some frequently asked questions to make your life easier when you're using Turborecruit. What are those questions, James?
Well, one of the questions we get a lot from clients revolves around the screening questions, and we find a lot of clients are actually very comfortable using the screening questions, but they want to get more out of it. And one of the key things which a lot of clients do not know is that you can make a screening question either online or offline, and you can do that within each individual question. And you may see a little radio button at the bottom of each question where it says online or offline. Now, a lot of you may be using the online part, whereby that screening question, when it's actually attached to a job advert, makes the candidate have to actually answer that question as part of the application process. But if you'd actually change the nature of that question to an offline question, just simply clicking the radio button, and then if you'd attach that question to the advert, that actual question would not appear to the candidate as part of the application process, but it opens that question up to the recruiter. So when the candidate applies for the job, the recruiter can then go back into the screening questions tab for the candidate for that job, and then actually complete the question on behalf of the candidate. And that becomes very powerful when you're looking at particularly telephone screening candidates, because you've got the questions there, and you, as the recruiter, can actually go and type in the answers to the questions on behalf of the candidate.
Or even recording the results of an interview.
Absolutely, absolutely. It can be used for interviews as well. So, yeah. So I hope that's helped you out there in Turbo World.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, James, I hear there is some issue with IE9 when you use Turbo. So what's that all about?
Absolutely. Software companies such as ours are always trying to keep up to date with the latest in browser technology. The latest browser our clients are currently using is IE 9.0. And a good question that we get back from clients is, are we IE 9.0 compatible? At the moment, we're underway to becoming IE 9.0 compatible. But that doesn't mean you can't use Turbo within IE 9.0. There's a little trick you can do. All you need to do when you're in Turborecruit and in the IE 9 browser, or using Turborecruit within IE 9.0, all you need to do is hit the F12 button. A little box will appear at the bottom of the screen, and then you can change the setting in that little box from IE 9.0 to IE 8.0. Turborecruit is totally IE 8.0 compatible. You change the setting to IE 8.0, close the box, and away you go.
Oh, there you go.
Very simple.
All righty. Thank you, James.
Thank you, Jafet.
So what's another question that people are asking these days, James?
Jafet, we get quite a few questions, particularly from new clients, around our job posting process. And specifically around, a common question we get is from a recruiter, I've created an advert, how come it doesn't appear up onto the job boards such as Career One, My Career, or possibly Seek? The answer to that question is purely around the fact that we as a company have set schedules for all the job boards, and we collect all of the adverts up that have been created or any adverts which have been edited, and we send them up to the various job boards as a batch process.
Which can be thousands of ads.
It can be thousands of ads at any one point in time we need to send up as a big group to the job boards. And then of course they then need to process it on their side of the fence before the ad actually gets displayed up onto the actual job board. So for some of the job boards that process can possibly take an hour and a half. For some of the job boards it may take a little bit longer. So yeah, so that's the answer. So please be patient. If you create an advert right now, it may not appear up onto the job boards until an hour or a couple of hours time.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks, James.
Thank you, Jafet.
And thank you for listening, and I hope you're enjoying the first issue of the Online Recruitment Telegraph.